Now back to authors, writers, books, and beyond.
Hi, welcome back. Because we have so much fun when you're gone. You should really watch the 3-minute breaks, you guys. They're fun. Anyway, I'm going to talk about Clark's Corner for a little bit, where my writers group meets half at Clark's and half at Hine, and we do our critiquing there. The intensive novel and the novel to screenplay, one of them meets every Friday. And the children's group, the YA, the new adult, and they also write novellas, historical. They meet there on Mondays. And we eat and drink coffee and tea while we're there and play and do, the novel to screenplay there. We're there from noon to 5. It's wonderful. It's a nice atmosphere. And you've heard me say before, we do an annual literary read there that's very popular. But check them out, because the chef, Chris, is making some new dishes on Thursdays and Fridays, not just prime rib on Fridays now. And Elisa the baker, oh my gosh, she has come up with some wonderful new creations. We buy them and split them. And then we're fueled to go another couple hours. So it works really well. And of course, catch Dennis Yancey on Friday nights playing the piano. So thank you. And if you haven't been there, by the way, if you live in Amador County, you are really missing out. Okay? So go. You might see me. I'll buy you a coffee.
Yeah, it's on film. There you go.
Yeah, it's on film. Let's move on. Back to Jane. Take it, Jane.
Yes. What would you like to know?
Do you drink coffee or tea?
Both.
Both.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It depends on the time of day. Now, I'll give a little shout out to my hubby. He's my alarm clock, so he wakes me up every morning with a cup of hot green tea to get me started. Aww. I know.
Healthy.
I'm so spoiled.
You are.
Spoiled. Yeah. But weekends, I make the coffee, and that's the alarm. I get to be the alarm clock on the weekend.
That's sweet. That's very sweet.
Yeah.
So, and I'm just curious, because you've been writing a while. Mm-hmm. How does hubby figure into that writing life?
Well, we kind of have an agreement, and he leaves the house and goes plays golf so that I can write in solitude. If he's not playing golf, he goes down to my mom's house and watches golf on TV. And when he's not doing that, he's playing online golf. Do you see some sort of a little trend?
I see a trend here. Big time. Do you live on a golf course?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, but that helps me know that he's going to be gone for 4 hours, and I've got 4 hours to concentrate on writing with no interruptions except the cat.
So do you have a set time?
Nope, no set time.
Just whenever you guys
can grab it. Whenever I can snatch some time.
So how did, because I'm just curious, I'm comparing him to Joe, my husband. How did he take your decision to really write for publication?
Oh, he is my biggest cheerleader. He loves encouraging me. He loves reading what I've written, and he has been great.
That's wonderful.
I dedicated this book to him.
You did?
Yes.
That's wonderful. Mm-hmm. So all you hubbies out there, the writers that are not normal, thank you very much, because we are normal in our own way. But living with us is different than reading our books. So thank you. Can you tell us a little bit more about your journey, if you kind of started in 2008?
Well, when I started out, like I said, I really just wanted to write fiction. I wanted to write novels. And this book, of course, came out of my own journey of my husband and my son's death. I journaled a lot during that time, and I also blogged. And so most of what I wrote came out of the journaling and the blogging. Because it was such a difficult journey, and I know that there are mothers out there who struggle still with grief and with sorrow, this will encourage them that yes, you're going to survive, yes, you're going to make it through. It's not going to be easy, but you will survive because of God's grace.
Which is the key.
That is the key.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of hard to do it without it.
Yes. That's how I can smile today, because I'm confident that I know where my son is, and I know that God carries me through.
I can agree with that. Is there anything else you want to share before we move on to the next part about, I know you attend conferences and you always have a bright smile and a hug when someone sees you there. So that's very encouraging. Not everybody does that.
I am a happy person. I'm happy because I have the Lord Jesus in my life.
It makes a difference, doesn't he?
It does.
For you out there, because we are writers, we write in both the CBA Christian market and I write in the ABA market too, the American Booksellers market. But I write for the glory of God. So anything that we write is influenced in that way. And I would like to share with you this darling list of questions I brought home from, I think it's the 3rd grade class. Garcia is 6th grade. 6th grade
this should
class.
be fun.
How much money, Jane, do you make per book? Anybody jump in if you want to share.
How about 0 right now because it's not published yet?
Because they think we're rich, okay?
Of course, yes, it doesn't happen that way.
No.
It actually depends on where the book is sold. If you sell it yourself, you make the most amount of money. If the publisher sells it directly to a bookstore, you make a little bit less. If the publisher sells it to a distributor who sells it to a bookstore, you make less. If the publisher sells it to a distributor who sells it to Amazon, you make less. Like $1 something.
I think it comes out to be about $1 a book.
Yeah, $1 a book.
$1.40 something cents.
Don't quit your day job.
Yeah, no.
This on Amazon, on the softcover I make 88 cents and I split it with an illustrator. For the hardcover through my publisher, I make more. But yes, the reality, folks. Now, I have the option of other ways, like Wendy represents my novels, and so I will soon experience that. But let's suffice to tell them, really varies.
Yeah.
Okay? Do plan on a career, kids, okay? Yeah. You need this. Yeah. It's not a hobby. For us, it's a job, but you need a day job too. Okay, Carlitta, what made you want to be an author?
I think that it was just from writing at a young age and envisioning that maybe I could publish someday. I think a lot of it also has to do with some of the journeys that I've had. I'm actually thinking about maybe going into memoir because I have had some experiences. I actually left home at 15 and and went off and the fact that I was able to still graduate from high school at 17 and then go on to college and become a nurse. I didn't realize what an accomplishment that was. I just did it because it was survival, and I thought that's what I needed to do. But along the way, I did a lot of journaling. So that probably, helped as far as my writing went.
So when you were a teen, too?
When I was a teen, yes. And I think all of that, all of the experiences that we have and any type of writing that we do, goes into the decision that we make to become writers and think that we can publish and sell something. So it's interesting that you were talking about, since I don't really have a book yet, getting paid for articles. And this piece that I had in the upper room, which is just a monumental accomplishment, there was an honorarium given because there's not a way that they can pay you for something like that. They get submissions from all over the world. But again, writing is something that I think we do because it's a passion. It's driven from somewhere deep inside of us, so and true. We have to do it whether we're getting paid or not. It'd be nice to get paid, but it's just something that we have to do. A lot of it for me is inspiration. Mm-hmm. So something will come to me and I'll start writing and I can't stop. I've just got to continue, at least to get that first draft out. and then put it away and then come back a couple of months later and go, ooh, and start revising. That's what we do. Revision.
And I bet that's not the answer they were expecting, but it's the
Revision.
truth.
Yeah.
Okay, where do you get your ideas for your books, Jane? Well, you kind of shared that, but where will you get your idea for your next book?
I have extremely vivid dreams. And so it's like a whole plot line. So if I have a very vivid dream, I will write it down, type it out, and put it in a file for future ideas. So I'm not sure that I will ever run out of ideas. I probably could keep writing till I'm 100 years old.
We don't really retire, do we?
No.
We'll write till we stop breathing, I think.
Yeah.
Lori, how difficult is it to get your book published? You sort of covered that a little. And you publish differently, so not traditional.
Yeah, I self-published these. Well, this book, I actually started my own publishing company to get this to go through. The business book I did through a publishing house that is no longer in business. And it was not a fun experience. So I decided it would be better just to make up a company and put myself in charge. So that's what I did.
Hope you love your boss.
I do.
That's so good. So out there, students, remember, it isn't all a pipe dream. Just keep that in mind.
Oh, there's a way. When I was a kid, I used to get in trouble for saying, it's impossible, I can't do it. And my mom would say, there's a way to do anything.
Now you know.
So I did.
And you're living in a world today where it's continually changing. By the time this airs and someone sees it down the line, it will have changed from what we say today.
Yeah.
So check, keep tabs. And let's see, Carlitta, what steps did you have to take to get your book published? Yours is coming.
Right. Yeah, I don't have a book yet, but
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll go back to that.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. 10 seconds. We'll come back in a little bit and give you the last of the questions, and the ladies will wind up for you. Thank you so much.